That's it. We made it.
So where are we?
Well, we are in a bay on a beach just south of Work Channel. Canoe Pass is kind of just across the bay from us, and we're north of Port Simpson or Lac Willam's. We are at our campsite for the night, and we brought the 4 kayaks up. We started unloading and then started hearing all these sounds and huge splashes on the water. Turned around and there's whales breaching, and breach after breach after breach after breach after breach.
I think we lost count.
Oh yeah, and they just kept coming up, and I think it was too many to be like the same whale for all of the breaches, but it seems like maybe one whale did a few breaches and another one did a few, because there was a few blows and they went down.
Yeah.
So
Pretty awesome to see
Yeah,
from
so
the
we
beach.
see from the beach. We had to put lunch on pause because it's more exciting to watch whales, and you could just hear, like, you would see them and you'd see the splash, and then you'd wait like 3 seconds and then you'd hear it. So I mean, they're far away, but they're just magnificent animals. Like, there was a few that were coming right out of the water.
Yeah, and their humpbacks are up to 50 feet.
Yeah, they're
So these are big whales.
Yeah, there's a adventure tours boat, and we had seen them pass us just as we were coming up and turning into this bay. And we saw them come, and they have 3 decks full of people who are watching this whale, and just feel so lucky to be sitting in the sun on a beach watching humpbacks breach.
And maybe we'll see some later today or tomorrow.
Yep, we know that we're like 2 and a bit hours off low tide, so the tide is starting to come in, and it just looks like they're playing out there.
were delicious.
The chocolate chip ones.
Where'd you get that recipe?
Oh, I can lift a 300-pound person. Some effort, not that much. I would not object if anyone else was doing it.
And there's hot chocolate too.
I've never been here, so it's been fun exploring the beach, and a bit of an early start, but needed to be done to catch the ferry, get to Port Simpson, load the kayaks, paddle out here. We weren't here too long, and we set up camp, so we have some tents and a little tarp for the cooking area. Tide's coming in, and as Devlin mentioned earlier, there was just whales breaching. I've never seen that many whales breach. They're humpbacks for sure. So yeah, it was good to see that. And then we had dinner, rice and halibut, and I was just coming over here by the kayaks, because our camp is just around the corner, and I looked out, and there was another bunch of breaches. So the evening after dinner show, and the kayaks are all put up close to the woods, tied off, and that's about it for today. It's after 8 p.m. Sun's going to be down pretty soon, and tomorrow we hope to poke around the corner. We set up camp, so we don't need to load the kayaks, just what we need for the day, and because we'll come back here, and hopefully tomorrow we'll find some whales and get a little closer to them. All right, it's the next day, and what are we up to?
So here we are, and we're camped right here on the mainland, and we're going to go out and around this island. So the winds are blowing northwest, so kind of coming at us at the moment, and we're going to paddle out and around this island. We're going to stay quite close to this rocky head here, and we're going to hang out in a kelp bed right on the end, hopefully watch whales feeding in the channel, and eventually we'll make it to this spot for lunch and come on back home. The winds will blow straight down this channel, so we'll have it easy going in here and a nice sheltered paddle to get home.
And lots of current in that area, potentially, it looks like.
Quite a lot of current in Work Channel itself, with some, I think you call these things waterfalls, but swirly, lots
Turbulence.
of turbulent water right here, yes.
And you were just mentioning how you were with someone before and they missed the little narrow pass and they just kept on going.
Yeah, they got caught in the current and they just kept on going down here. So we're
Tough to come back against that.
Tough to come back. You got to get over on the edge and get in an eddy to come back. So we'll stick right along this shoreline so we don't miss it. This rock, well, this corner and sometimes this rock are fairly common places to see sea lions, and so it'll be nice to, if we get to see some of those today. They're always pretty active around the kayaks. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. So, it's going to be a fun day.
It'll be a great day.
Your job, we're going to go really slow into this, and you're going to help make sure that we don't hit a really shallow.
All good back there?
I'll get back here.
So how's your afternoon been?
Oh, it's good. We went out and watched whales. While we were watching whales, we fished. This is one of 4 rock cod that we caught on the kayak.
People often ask you if you fish while you're
Yes,
out on your adventures.
I get that question a lot. Like, do I fish while we're out cruising with the sailboat? And you know, we bring so much food with us on those trips that, like this year, we didn't fish early because the freezer was full already, and we were still eating fish on day 10 that we brought with us. So, and it was still frozen, which was good. But this is just a short trip, so we didn't bring that much food. And while we were whale watching, saw tons of whales again out with the kayaks this afternoon. We dropped the rod in the water, and in probably 30 minutes, we got 4 of these guys. So now it's time to feed, or fillet them for dinner so we can feed everyone. So.
And what were the whales doing?
Oh, breaching, fluking, is that where they do their big arms? Just regular blows, but saw some babies with their mums. And, the tail slapping over and over and over. And we weren't too far, but it's a bit rough out there, so I didn't do a lot of video. I mostly took photos, because in those conditions, we're still a little ways, so I used the telephoto lens. And sometimes it's nice just to take photos, or just take it in and do nothing. But
Devlin doesn't like to get you too close to whales.
you don't want to have an encounter that capsizes you. So it's better to stay close to shore, use the telephoto. And anyways, that answers the question about the fishing. Is that, we did try fishing once on our trip, but it was just nothing biting, and that was right near the end. And last year we actually fished and caught a big halibut. So yeah, it would be nice to do more fishing, but we kind of do it as needed, and we figured 4 of these would be enough. I bet you we could have caught another 4. But there's 9 people here now. There's another 5 or 4 have joined us today. 4 that we're planning to be here today. So yeah, I'm gonna fillet these up and then we'll have some dinner. The key to filleting fish is having a sharp knife. So unfortunately, we don't have a very sharp knife. But
Something to pack on the next trip. If not a sharp knife, a knife sharpener.
yeah, and I have sharp knives on the boat, but we're not on the boat. So I just do a cut right behind the gill plate here, I call it. And you want to watch out, like here you can see this is soft, that's where the belly is. So you don't want to be cutting into the belly and stuff. You only get a little fillet like that, and it's pretty thin. Here's some fillets that were done already. So that's why we figured 4 would be a good amount. So once I've cut into the back of the gill plate there, I just sort of follow along the spine, or the top of the fish, and get a cut going. Right down. That sort of gets it started. And then I just run my knife right along all the bones and it's a bit slippery, so if you have a way to nail the fish down or have someone hold it, that helps. Just don't cut their fingers, because then they won't help you next time. And then there's bones all in there that sort of protects all the organs, I think. So I try to not get bones in with it, so I follow the bones. You can maybe see them. There's like all the rib bones there. So I sort of just follow it. And then you'll eventually see some skin. So you can start cutting. Once you see that skin, that's it. So just a little fillet. But this is all, I mean, it looks like there's a little meat here, but it's just all bones in there. And that's all the guts inside that. Hi. And then we just do the same thing on the other side.
All right, you're all done?
That's it. So there we've got a nice little pan full of rock cod. So not big fillets, but there's quite a bit of meat here for 4 little fish. So what did you just do?
I rinsed off all the fish that you filleted, so it looks amazing.
Ooh, yummy.
Thank you so much for doing it.
No problem. It's the
And it's
least,
gonna be
least
super
I can do.
tasty. Super tasty.
Well, it's the final day, and we're heading back. It's been fun. We saw lots of whales, had good company, and great weather.
Beautiful weather.
And you had fun?
I had lots of fun. Lots of whales, lots of paddling. Good people.
Yeah, and we'll have to do this again.
Yes.